We were thoroughly outplayed all weekend. We had some stretches in both games where we played, we played up to our potential. But overall, we just did not, we didn't get it done. Hats off to Colgate. They were terrific. Great balance. They have a great understanding of what they're trying to do. They were able to kind of play more consistently than we could. And that really hurt us. It's more about our level of a consistency, and can we go and play a more consistent game where we're playing with toughness, and we're able to, I thought we got good shots tonight. I actually thought we got some really good open looks. We didn't make them, but I just wasn't pleased with our overall toughness and effort. Just don't think we played well enough in the effort standpoint and the toughness standpoint to win a game against anybody.
Coach, you've played now against Jordan Burns for a while. You've seen his kind of evolution into one of the premier guards in the conference. So obviously you've known him pretty well. Overall, what do you think stands out most about his game that makes it so tough for any other team really in the conference to kind of pose a problem for him?
And honestly, I didn't think this was one of his better weekends.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, he's a terrific player. He's a guy that, as we saw it at our place, he had 22 and a half. Not too many people can score 22 points and a half. And, he can do it. So his shooting, his ability to make shots, like, he makes threes. He's really good off the bounce. He's got really good players around him. So, if you try to key too much on him, other guys hurt you. But he's a terrific player, and he's gotten better because he can go right and left. And, he's gotten better as time has gone on. Last year, he was more a right-hand driver, but now he can go left or right.
We also saw in this game, Miles Brewster got a little bit more action. I think he played 16 minutes. What did you take away from the way he played off the bench?
Well, he was a +4 when he was on the floor. You can't, the plus minus stuff for one game, you can't, but I did love his tenacity and his effort. His toughness, was evident. We're not getting that enough from our starters. We're just not playing as well as we're capable of playing. We're not playing with enough fortitude. We've got to get through them. So he was one of the guys off the bench that kind of gave us an energy lift, from an energy perspective.
Also,
sorry.
Go for it, Owen.
I was just gonna say, you guys went on a little run to end the first half there, and then come out a little flat in the second half. They go on that run to start. What was the biggest change you noticed when you guys started up there?
Just our energy. I didn't think our starters, if you look at the beginning of the game or the start of the second half, we did not come out with enough energy in either half. And then we had to kind of grind our way back in it. And then we came out the second half and we were very similar. We gave up a ton of makeable shots for them. And then we struggled to capitalize on some open shots that we got, because I thought we got some open threes and some layups at the rim we missed, and you have to make those shots in order to feed off that run. But this is like you get a little tougher. We have a little bit better understanding of what we're trying to do. We make a few shots, and all of a sudden now this is a game that goes down to the wire. And that's kind of like, I've coached teams that were probably incapable of beating the best team in the league. This is a team that we have that if we can get through to them, and we can coach them, and we can get them to understand what we need to do at a higher level, this is a team that's more than capable of getting far, here down the stretch here. And I think we're more than capable of doing some special things, but we've got to get through them. We just don't have a lot of time. We only have 2 practices basically that we can really do much. And so we really got to clean up. We made a lot of mistakes, so we got to really clean that part of it up right now.
Coach, I just want to quickly, you quickly touched on Miles Brewster, but I also wanted to ask about Jack Hempel and Damon Tate off the bench. Had some solid points in the game. Do you want to mention any comment on that?
Yeah, those guys are talented players. When they play against our starters, they give those guys a handful. We're trying to fit the team together. I think those guys are talented offensive players. We need some people that come off the bench that can give us some stability defensively though too. And so, tonight, this weekend, our starters really weren't great defensively for the most part. And then off the bench, we're not really getting a lift. Like I thought Fletcher Tynan last night gave us a huge lift, both offensively and defensively. And so we need that consistency from them from a defensive standpoint too. But it was good to see them make some baskets. It'll just help us in the future. But in practice, those guys are doing a good job in practice of scoring the ball. They're all capable of scoring the ball. All 3 of those guys that you mentioned.
I also wanted to ask in terms of defense, you held Colgate to just 12 3-point attempts today. It's a season low, well below their average. Is that part of the game plan or just something that happened throughout the game?
They were able to get to the rim a lot, because we weren't really chasing, but then we didn't guard them off the bounce well enough. Our ball screen defense was really poor as the game went on. We tried to change up ball screen defenses and, we struggled with that, to fully understand what we need to do. Some of that is on me. I knew going into the second game this weekend that what we were doing and what we were effective in the day before may not work the second night because they were going to be a little more aggressive in it. And I thought that would be, and it did catch us. And then we had to kind of change up. And then I thought there was some confusion there as we started to change some things up. We didn't really have a full grasp of, kind of what we had to do to get it done. Some of that is on me. But the bottom line is, to be honest with you, we got to play with a better understanding of what we're trying to do. And those things should be clearer to them by now. And also we got to play a lot harder to win. And then when the ball doesn't go in, we got to figure out a way to get some stops and then generate some points in transition. That was the thing that we were able to do in the past. Last year, we were successful. When we didn't score it in the half court, we could lock people down defensively and then go on a run with our defense. And right now we haven't been able to do that consistently. We go through stages in the game where we're playing pretty solid basketball, but then there's too many lapses in the game where we're breaking down on both sides of the ball. I thought we played better offense tonight. I actually thought we shared it better and moved it better and got better shots. We just didn't shoot it great.